subscribe to James the Sheriff Dixon, you motherfuckers.
What's going on, guys? James here to bring another video, and for this one I'll be doing my weekly Fear the Walking Dead reaction / review. So this is going to be a quick one. So this one we finally got to see the group that Ginny was afraid of, and we got Luciana, the news reporter chick, I forget her name at the time, yeah, I forget her name at the time, Wes and Alicia in this episode, and we pretty much got to see the new bad guys since Virginia's gone. So yeah, I thought this was an okay episode, better than the last one, because again, they took my favorite character and dumbed him down even more than when he was pretending to be dumb. Now he actually is. There are some people thinking that he's still pretending, but that was last week's episode. But yeah, this one, I don't want to further, because I hate what they did with my favorite character. Now I have to go to Strand as my backup favorite, because Strand is, again, my backup favorite. So, again, this one, onto this week's episode. Again, we get to finally meet the people with the spray paint. Wes's brother was actually still alive, but I could have sworn we've seen, Wes like either shoot his brother or stab his brother, but he had the I want to say he had his book or whatever held up to him when he did it. So it was a while ago when that happened. I'm gonna have to rewatch that episode. I probably won't, because that was back when the 2 seasons where they just talked about beer. That's probably why I don't remember it. But yeah, but again, this is pretty much the episode where we get introduced to the new big bad. Yeah, I do have one complaint about this episode. When Alicia is taken into the torture room, the embalming room, and the guy goes for her, he clearly sees that she has that fucking whatever you call it, that knife for cutting into bodies, scalpel. She clearly has that fucking scalpel, and he still goes for her, and he gets stabbed in the eye. That fight was just set up for a fucking fight. I had a problem with that. That was the only really main problem. The other one was when Wes shot his brother and nobody came running to him. That was an obvious gunshot, and nobody in the cult, it is a cult, came running to them. And again, they put up the question again, they use walkers as compost, so like, does that get into your food? Do you turn to walkers after you eat it in a certain amount or in an amount of time? But I still have not yet answered that question, because back in season 5 when Bob was bitten, in the Walking Dead TV show, cannibals ate his leg and he was bit. They did not answer it because they did not live long enough if they would have turned. So yeah. So those were just my complaints from the episode. It really urged me when again, Alicia had that scalpel and the guy went to attack him, and he knew she had it. He knew she had it, and that was just set up for a fucking fight. Come on, man. The guy Teddy said she would have been dead anyways if he didn't want her alive. But come on, that was just a setup for a fight. But again, better episode than the last one. Because I hate what they did with Daniel. Again, my favorite character. And yeah. I guess that's, before I drag this video on any longer, I guess that's it for my review. Can't wait to see what they do with next week's episode. Yeah. I guess with that, I'm gonna bring the video to a close. This is James saying, if you like what you've been seeing, please like and subscribe for more. Just saying peace. I'll let Brandon Rogers take it from here. See y'all in the next one, everybody.
Right. I just want to shout out an amazing channel, James the Sheriff Dixon. Oh, he's such a great guy, and he is super cool for coming to the show. I'm glad I got to meet him in person, and you should subscribe.